Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review scary stories to tell in the dark. And I hope you enjoyed this video, but you should also go check out on sifpop.com my written review for this film as well. So shameless plugs from Shane here on the Wasteland Reviewer YouTube channel. Hope you appreciate it. But so this film, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, is more or less created by Guillermo del Toro. And you can watch the trailer and be like, it's a Guillermo del Toro movie. But it's directed by Andre Overdahl, and his film Troll Hunter I had a lot of fun with. And honestly, his film, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, is one of those horror films where if somebody asks, what's a horror film I should go check out that I probably haven't heard of but is absolutely great, it's that one. I didn't have high hopes for that, but becoming a little bit more knowledgeable of Overdahl's work, go check out that film. That film is great. And honestly, this film's pretty great too. And this isn't as, like, on a maturity level, the same kind of horror as that. Nor is this like a Goosebumps movie. This isn't like Jack Black where it's kind of creepy, but you know, it still has Jack Black as R.L. Stine in it. Don't take your kids to go see this if they're young kids. There were kids in the theater curled up in a ball, really upset. And it's just like, no shit, because this movie's scary. And I don't handle being afraid very well. I don't like being afraid, and horror movies really get me. This got me pretty well. There's certain parts that didn't work as well, and honestly this film really lives and dies by the stories that are brought together to make this film. And I honestly was a little bit worried about this being kind of like Annabelle Comes Home, where it's just like, let's throw everything at the wall. And really not a very strong, well-written reason why it all connects. But honestly, this film handles it very well. And there's mystery and layers to the story and what's going on in this film, and the overall monsters, scary apparition, whatever you want to refer to the antagonist in this film, there's layers to this ghost of Sarah Bellows. And you really do have some sympathy by the end, and that is what Guillermo del Toro can do. It's make you care about monsters, and he loves them. As he's talked about in his Oscar speeches, like, he loves his monsters, and you can tell that there was a lot of care that went into this film, and the design of these creatures are amazing. When it went into CGI, maybe it didn't work as well, but a lot of it's practical, and it's really unnerving. And really, these threads really do work together, and I have to say, the Pale Lady, that sequence, feels straight out of The Shining and like a Stanley Kubrick film, and it's really creepy, really unnerving, and some of the best work in the film. But this film, you need more in a horror film than just scares and creatures and stuff like that. Honestly, I really did care about our young lead actress who plays Stella, Zoe Margaret Coletti. She does a great job, and she has to do some heavy lifting in this film. And she handles it really well, and not like she's not acting like a kid kind of thing, but like she does a really great job in this film. And her relationship with her father, played by Dean Norris, is really special. Michael Garza, who plays Ramon, is a big piece of this film. I didn't see anything particularly special from him, but he does a fine job. And then you have Gabriel Rush and Austin Abrams and some of the other child actors. They don't get as much to do, and some of them feel a little cliched, especially Austin Abrams, who plays Tommy the bully, who has to confront Harold the Scarecrow, which that sequence is great. It has some great body horror. And then there's Gil Bellows, who plays the police chief, who I felt like was a really badly written character, and his acting was kind of stiff, and that kind of took me out of the film. But honestly, the production design in this is great. It's a little on the nose, but the time period and the political undertones in it really do work nicely into the story, despite the fact that it is a little on the nose with Richard Nixon, Tricky Dick everywhere. But really, this film works on so many levels, and I feel like this can be one of those special films that it's like as a teenager, it's like you watch it as an adult still and really appreciate it, and you go back to this film. And I'm glad to see that it made some success and made over $20 million this weekend. Not sure what the budget was, but we'll have to see. But I really, really, really enjoyed scary stories to tell in the dark. And I hope that Guillermo del Toro keeps being involved in more things like this, because this film was special, and I really appreciated it, and it kept me from start to finish. I was engaged and intrigued by the story, the mystery that was unraveling in front of me. Those are my thoughts. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. And thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland reviewer.